Why? Oh my God. You're fucked. Oh my days. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore, blood. I can't do this anymore. I can't do this. Fuck this. 31 minutes in a semi-final of a fucking European competition. This is your only way to the Champions League. And you put out this performance. Look at this fucking shit, Zah! They're coming again!
Oh my God.
Oh my days! What is going on? What the fuck? When are people gonna open their eyes? When are you gonna open your eyes?
I cannot do this with this fucking team, honestly.
Look at this shit! Look at this! You're telling me, trust the process. Trust this and trust that. Suck your mother for a straw. I don't give a fuck.
Either way, you didn't beat us. And the time before that, you didn't beat us. So, man ain't worried about you, man.
Oh, okay.
I'll be real.
All right.
Do you know what I'm saying? Last season, the last season where you nearly won the league, you didn't beat us.
Okay.
Not once.
Arsenal didn't beat Fulham. Are Fulham better than Arsenal?
That's not the point. I'm saying I don't care about you, man. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't care about you, man.
Fun and games until a ball got to get kicked.
Listen, you see that Klopp aura and that aura started to fade. You know them, and now it's not even Klopp no more. It's not even Klopp no more, bro. You see the aura thing that you had, the aura thing that you had. I can't wait because, brother, I swear to you, bro, you man need to win, bro. Because, blood, if we beat Liverpool, brother, I'll be real, change your number.
First of all, I want to say that obviously we're winning. Tottenham aren't scoring against me. I said this already 2-0.
Jesus
Rashford will be scoring. This will be Rashford's first goal of the Prem this season. And you guys keep on saying about Mason Mount and Bruno, but what you need to know with my manager is when something doesn't work, it changes. You get your chance, and then he just changes it.
Welcome back to another episode of Big Six Banters, the evening update show on a Sunday. Big up to everybody in the house. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're liking, make sure you're subscribing, make sure you're doing all these things. Again, we are on the road to 20K. We have just also surpassed 19,600. So that's got to change to 19,700. Keep on running up that Marc Guehi video that's gone out earlier today. So big up you guys as well. Shout out DB. You know what I'm saying? He says big up the BSB gang. You know what I'm saying? Monts, keep it the same energy about Isak. You let Ben Jacobs, tier 3 journalist, gaslight you into thinking the deal could happen before the window. This window, Jacobs is a nobody. Jacobs has been pretty good this window. But you're a Newcastle fan, so I get it. You'd be annoyed at that. Big up Kamal as well. Big up DB. He says, if you haven't subscribed yet, then make sure you get us to 20K. Shout out Chills in the house as well, man. Big up yourself. And Marcus says, this shit is so annoying. And shout out DB. He says, we have superstars. Big up Gunman, certified KLFC as well. Demetrius is in the house and Mr. Link as well, man. Big up yourself. Good to see you around. You lot, man. We're here.
Last one. Go to Jaden.
Wait, I have to scroll down.
You thought I wouldn't see it because I did.
I thought you were talking about T-Way. T-Way comment.
Just a quick, quick thing for you, because nothing outrageous.
Listen, it depends.
Again, Kiz. You see again, Kiz. I saw that comment and just ignored it, innit? But
yeah, I don't say anything outrageous though.
Who's the one bringing him up? Who's the one bringing them up?
Casey, why are you? You know you're my brother, and you protect kids more than you protect me. You know how scary that is. You know how scary that is.
As far as football goes, we're not as far from friends as can be.
Yeah, no, there's no problems in this thing, man. For real.
I know you've all been thinking it as well. I know you've all been thinking it.
That's how football you're good.
Yeah, man. But you know, hit the like button, man. There's already 172 in the house, man. Nice and early. So hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel as well, man. But obviously, let's get to these bits of news that we have today. Obviously, the first one, Camavinga and Norgaard are on Arsenal's list as like midfielders. We know Partey is 90%.
Wait, Norgaard?
Yeah, Norgaard.
Wait, who said that?
Yeah.
Wait,
wait,
why did that just say that's the plan? Hold on.
Yeah, Norgaard, bro.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, obviously he's just on your list, isn't it? It's not a thing where like
it's not like we're pursuing him more.
Okay, that's by the way, what's wrong with Norgaard though?
That's dead. Why would I want Norgaard for?
I think Norgaard's
decent. He's a good bro. He's a good player still.
He's decent, but brother, I'm trying to fight for a prem. You're telling me Norgaard,
bro. Okay, you was saying something about Gittins when Gittins was linked to you, man. And we
were
Gittins is how can you have Gittins?
Wait. You know what's so funny about this Gittins thing? I said it once, yeah, and the whole chat and everybody was on me. Now you'll see his name float about. I'm the one that told you, man, about Gittins.
And we're holding the same energy. You think Chelsea fans sit there and
No, people realizing that Gittins is cold. People now realizing
that.
I'm the one that
Chelsea fans. They hate.
On EBL.
Corey, do you get it? Remember who told you, man, first? It was me, not you lot. It was me. I said Gittins, yeah. I know Gittins is cold. Now people want to follow on the train.
No one's saying no. First of all, no one's saying these shit. I'm just saying for Arsenal and Chelsea, it's not that.
What do you mean? It's not that. Why is it not that?
What the hell is Gittins doing for Arsenal on the left wing?
So you're laughing at Gittins, but you're saying Norgaard's calm. I'm
not laughing at Gittins. I'm saying the Chelsea fans don't want Gittins. You're saying that you was the voice of reason about Gittins. The Chelsea fans don't want Gittins, bro.
They do.
Let's not stretch it. Gittins ain't like world beater level. He could be like become like a Doku. You understand?
Yeah, like he's just a decent. He's a winner that doesn't raise.
That's a good level.
Yeah, again, Casey. What was the word that was used? He doesn't really raise the floor. Don't really raise the ceiling. Like could raise the floor. Like that's it.
Like gaslight that he's some world beater. That's something.
Yeah, like
no, he's not a world beater yet. But he can be that, bro. This guy's at 21. He's at 21 years old.
No one doesn't. Nah, man.
I'm telling you, watch.
Like, hey, remember the age thing. The age thing's dead. Don't be telling me 21. The age.
No, I hear that, but bro, all I'm saying is I've got stocks in Gittins in it. That's what I'm gonna say. You heard it here first.
Fair enough.
You know when I stopped listening to kids when Montel sent in recently. Who did you send in?
What EBL?
Someone that they didn't want.
Who Mont? Mont said an EPL.
It was literally last stream where Montel sent some. Yeah, it was last stream, and you sent something in that Arsenal was linked to, and Casey wasn't feeling it. I'm pretty. Who was Madueke, and Kiz went. I hear it, and just from there.
Yeah, no, it's just like, that's
myself.
That's a very
because I just know that
is dead.
Whatever Arsenal's linked.
Yeah, you'd be calm with.
Madueke is a calm Saka back.
Yeah, you'd be calm with Gittins and Madueke coming through the door in the transfer window.
I'm calm with that. I'll be honest. I'm calm.
You'd be calm with Gittins and Madueke.
Obviously, Sesko as well.
Forget Sesko, Gittins, and Madueke. When we was
that's not calm. That's raised our level.
That's dead.
Man, that's dead.
That is dead.
Bro,
I do not win the league. I do not win the league with Gittins, Sesko.
So with three new attackers, you don't win the league.
Madueke is the bench, obviously. He's not starting for Saka. He's not starting, you get it? So it would be them three starting. That is dead.
You know what's
funny? It could be Rodrigo, Gyökeres, Saka. That's what it could be.
Bro, stop saying Gyökeres. I hate when people keep saying Gyökeres, fam. That name starts to piss me off, I'll be real. That name started to piss me off. I don't want to hear that Gyökeres name again.
Hey, I hear
it. I hate hearing that name, fam.
But why, G?
This guy was doing this in January, by the way.
Bro, you know what this guy is doing?
It's just mad at this point, bro.
Bro, that's because the idea was
you know you're doing that for so long, kids. And now,
hold on, wait. That's before everything else became a thing. So this is me thinking
that he started to score more goals.
No, I started to realize that he's a fraud since then. As the months went by, I started to realize more and more. That's all it was.
The guy said nothing crazy, and look what you've done to yourself.
Outrageous already.
Listen, you don't know my opinion on Gyökeres. I'm not going to get into that and start saying all this mad thing. I just thought that if you never had that as a celly, people wouldn't rate him. That's just my opinion, innit? Like, this guy's he's a Swedish Chris Wood fan. He's a Swedish Chris Wood. If Chris Wood done that, people be saying Chris Wood. He's worth 100 million.
Anyone that scores that amount of goals.
If Chris Wood done this every time he scored, people be, and he was from a European league, like Bundesliga or something like that, people are raving about him. Let's be real. It's that.
Chris Wood had the same stats. Of course, people would.
Wait, so hold on. Wait, Chris Wood scored. Did he score 20 plus in the Prem last year? I'm sure he did.
Hold
on. Gyökeres isn't scoring. Even if he is, yeah, it's the same as that. So he's basically Chris Wood. Chris Wood scoring 20 plus. So is Gyökeres. It's the same thing.
Would have scored 20 plus.
Hey, you don't help yourself.
Anyway, that aside, we don't need to go into this argument in part 500. Big up Shane.
Yeah, let's talk about Norgaard.
We're gonna talk about that Garnacho post. Shane, you're gonna have to give us a little bit more information. If I've seen a Garnacho post, then it would be.
Corey, remember you're our spokesman for United. So when this hasn't been,
I just see it coming in. He was wearing a Rashford top when he was playing for Aston Villa.
That's
it.
That's not that.
I don't think that's crazy.
Yeah, that's not deep.
That's nothing crazy.
He was wearing because you don't.
No football man.
No, it's Jordan it's that Garnacho don't rate United no more because Amorim told him to.
Monto, stop trying to force something. Like
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to force it, bro. He just got told. He just got told by the manager, find a new club. So obviously. You know what Garnacho and his brother are like. His brother's always got the Twitter fingers, so that's it.
Yeah, that's it. No, Monto, it's because the first thing you said is, excuse me, like it was this like absolute mad thing.
Like, why is he wearing a Rashford top for Aston Villa when he's a United player? But then I remembered, wait a minute, he's definitely leaving United. So
leaving United,
to me, maybe it's not even United that he don't rate. It's more the Amorim. Amorim told him find a new team. So obviously he don't rate.
I don't think
wearing your teammates' top when he's at another club. That's not that deep, man. We're looking too deep into that.
No, I'm saying Garnacho probably just doesn't rate the Mandem no more. Not so much the Mandem. You don't rate the manager, innit?
I just don't think he rates Amorim, which is okay.
Don't rate Amorim, and which is fine, by the way, because
you can't rate everyone.
Nah, bro, Amorim. I just don't think a lot of the players rate Amorim at the moment. He's got obviously proof to them, innit? So while he's still in the job, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's crazy, but I think we can get into that to another stream. I think that's crazy, personally.
What, wearing the Aston Villa?
No,
that's a cheeky jab.
No, the players don't rate Amorim and all of this and all of that.
No, that's just my opinion. No, that's my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't think.
But you know what? Based off what Montel said, if the players don't rate Amorim, I promise you, I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less.
No, but like,
I'm just voicing the fact. I don't think the players rate Amorim because of how bad your season went. He has to prove to the players he's worth at the club.
And Corey, I can't like for a newish manager's trying to stamp his authority and philosophy, and you kind of need the players to rate his team. They need to believe in it.
I'd sell those players, which I think we're trying to do anyway.
Not get rid of the manager.
The players are up for sale.
No, but you can't get.
Albeit if we can't sell them,
look how the thing is, Casey. Look, you realize Amarim's contract is short. You know, his thing ain't. He ain't gonna give him no 5-6 years.
But you know what it is? At the end of the day, even if Amarim's contract was long, I'd still want those players out anyway. So if anything, it's a benefit because either way, I want the players out.
That's
but
crazy.
then this window, you're gonna go back. I can't like. When you're playing, you're coming to a dressing room. I feel like you're easy susceptible to like the toxic vibes in it. If players don't rate the managers, and you're new, like Cunha's example, and players don't rate the manager, you're gonna think, like, why? Like, it's a bit weird.
This is what I'm saying, bro.
But for me, I think that I feel like Cunha and Mbeumo, those type of signings, aren't personally for Amarim. They're for Man United.
I hear it. So regardless if he goes on,
I think they're regardless if Amarim's there or not, they're good signings anyway. Yeah, whereas maybe the Gyökeres thing now, that's a whole different ball game. I feel like that's the type of signing that personally Amarim wants. You get it?
Your manager, he's a manager that's come in and changed the philosophy in the sense that United aren't really a back three team. He's come in, he's playing a back. So if you go and back the manager and the manager goes and gets sacked by November because he has the same start that he ended the season with, now you're stuck with a bag of back three players when you're most likely not going to bring in a back three manager anymore because it's not Man United's philosophy. Probably going to bring in a back four manager. Now you're having to get rid of those players again, window after window, while that new manager comes in and has to fix the shit that was left before that. That's why I said, that's why I feel like get the guy out, get the manager out. And then, you know what I'm saying? Because you're moving from a back five, you're moving philosophies. Like right now, let me like this one. Look, you have a lot of fullback. You have fullbacks in it, Corey. You're now like trying to get in.
I've only got 4 fullbacks. Now,
but I'm saying before that, at the start of the season, you had fullbacks, but you know, you were trying to get wing backs in because in your formation now, you need wing backs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
So all I'm saying is when you back the manager, you are going to bring in players. Let's be honest, you're going to bring in players that are more suited to Amarim. So he has to get it right. Because if he doesn't get it right,
I haven't seen this. This is the issue. I haven't seen those players brought in for Amarim. The only one I can sit there and say is possibly Gyökeres. That's it. I don't think Mbeumo, Cunha.
Doku was brought in Amarim, bro.
No, but I'm saying when they decide to back, you're gonna buy more. Corey, you're gonna buy more players, and they're gonna be back three players. When I say back three, as in 3-back/5 back players in that formation. And I
haven't seen us linked to any defenders.
All right, Corey. So you're not gonna. It's not just defenders. I'm talking about the system. The system that Amarim has is not a Man United thing. It's not a back four.
But based on the people we've been linked to. Yeah, those people come.
That's who you've been linked to, bro. I'm talking about who you bring through the door because you are not going to bring in a manager that has a back three and then bring in players that don't suit his back three. Why would you do that?
But I'm not saying. Wait, hold on a second. We're bringing in players because we believe that they will be there and they'll work within whatever system and whatever manager comes. That's the difference, and that's what I'm trying to say. At the end of the day. Like the people that have been brought in and the people that will probably be brought in as well won't just work in a back three. They'll be able to work in a back four as well. Hence why Cunha and Mbeumo that could work.
Cunha's a weird.
Listen, they're not gonna. All right, so they're not gonna bring in players. All right, cool. I believe for someone like Amarim, he's very specific. So just to get the best out of Amarim, they're probably gonna give him players, not every single player, but they're probably gonna give him players that suit this new system. And again,
not only that,
go on.
He has to be able to get players out. Like I'm seeing today, or I think it was yesterday or something, that Onana has basically said, I'm staying and fighting for my place. Now, personally, Montel, if you're a manager, right? Think about it. If you was a manager of a team, Montel, manager of a 11 aside, and you had your bench or whatever, and you've got a player that you don't want at the club anymore, you're like, I can't work with this player, blah blah blah. You told the board, look, I need a new right back, for example. Me and this right back aren't working. You tell the player he's got to go. Then the player says, Nah, in fact, Gaffer, I'm staying. You go say, well, he said he's staying. Oh, there's nothing I can do. So now you have to use Donny. Like, as a manager, Montel, how can you function? That's why I feel pink for him. Like, how can
no.
When
I hear it. You know, that's one. Man United are trying to sort that anyways. They're trying to sort that. They're doing well.
Casey, because at the end of the day,
if they're trying to get Martinez. No, but Man United will be fine in that department. I think they get Martinez.
The way it is, though, those players, some of the players that Amorim may not have wanted, he just put them out on loan. And if they don't wanna what do you call it, move. Like I think Sancho's probably the best example for it. If Sancho didn't want to move, like I don't know what would happen this season. He went on loan the last season. Like me personally, I'll just chuck them into the reserves or whatever and just not let them play. But if they go on loan again, like it's gonna, as you said, it's gonna be a continuous issue until they actually leave. But a lot of the players now are coming towards the end of their contract.
Anyway. I don't want to, Corey. I don't want to make make a mistake in what I was saying. What just all I was trying to say was just that when you look at the players you're bringing in, you're saying you're bringing in players that are going to work in any system. I just think that's completely false. Amorim is a very specific manager, innit? And if you look at Cunha and you look at Mbeumo, they were both playing in back three systems. Yes, Mbeumo can play right wing, and he is a right winger, but he's also got experience playing there. So even though those are players that can work in both, it's good scouting from the department because currently they're both playing in a free back. Cunha literally plays left 10 for Wolves, and then Mbeumo plays in a kind of like a front two, which is kind of similar. So it works. It works in both, innit? But when you're talking about, I'm talking about look at Kobbie Mainoo. Obviously, we laugh about Kobbie, but Kobbie's a fucking baller, bro. Kobbie is hard. Like there's no reason.
Call on the black
bro. Call on the Cobb. Call on the Cobb is actually cold in it. He's actually a bad man. But look how he's struggling, fam.
Yeah, because the system doesn't make sense to him.
This is what I'm saying. Like Bruno, we don't know if Bruno should be in that right or left 10, or whether he should be as in the lower two. In front of the defense. This is what I mean by like you're probably gonna need players to be brought in that are specific to these positions. So a 2 in midfield rather than a 3 midfield. Not to say that they can't do that. They can't do any of that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like to get the best out of the manager, I feel like you're gonna have to get him those type of players. I think if you have these sometimey players who are a bit of both, I feel like I don't know. It will be a weird one, but we'll see. Obviously, Kiz, I know you said you don't really like Norgaard like that, but it is Camavinga plus Norgaard in terms of guys on the list. Like Partey, obviously, Partey is 90%. Partey is 90% done, isn't it? Well, they're saying Partey. Hold on. They're saying hold on, Casey. They're saying Partey is 90% leaving reportedly. So what? How do you
report that?
Fabrizio. He literally said,
I think he is gonna cut. He is gonna cut.
Yeah,
that's what I want, though. That's what I want. So
I know, Kiz. I know you've been waiting. I know you don't in that party no more. I know this for time.
Yeah.
This is why I asked you.
No, with Partey, it's like it's not even just. It's just everything around him, as you all know. It's just everything. Like he just needs to cut in it. So it's like. I feel like Zubimendi is Partey's replacement, and we're trying to look for a Jorginho replacement.
You think that's Jorginho's replacement?
In terms of like profile, he is, but I'm talking about like as a squad player. I feel like Zubimendi's actually Partey's replacement, and then we'll need another replacement for Jorginho. Whether that's
I swear there was somebody. Wasn't that? Yeah, I thought Zubimendi was the Jorginho thing, and Partey was.
Yeah, no, I think it's the other way around. Because Partey was obviously our main starter last year, and Zubimendi's coming in to fill that void. So that's why I feel like it's that.
But people were saying that the Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard was a better midfield than Partey, Rice, and Odegaard.
Yeah, no, I agree. I feel like the Jorginho Rice pivot was one of the best pivots in the Prem. And even last year, was it last year or a couple of years ago? When did we beat you man at home once? Or was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago, and it was 3-1. No, it was at your ground. It was 3-1.
The one with the purple kit.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you that as I was saying, bro, Jorginho, Rice, and Odegaard. That's when man was
that pivot. Disgusting.
Bro. Week in, week out. mowing teams down.
Jorginho was doing this thing.
Jorginho was cold. That's what I'm saying. And yeah, Zubimendi for Norgaard,
bro. That's how you get the best Odegaard back in man.
Yeah, that's I agree. But that's what I'm saying. With Zubimendi coming in, I feel like if we get Norgaard, it's obviously that'll be the party replacement. Will probably be a bench player, but Norgaard, this is not. It's not that. It's just it's someone to roll with.
What about Camavinga?
Camavinga, I'll work 100%. I'll work with that because that's like
he's actually a world beater. Like
that's something. I swear down. When I heard the stats around, I would see a little video. I had to go. When I saw Camavinga, I had to go do a little research. You know what I'm saying? When I'm seeing,
Camavinga's cold. There's no doubt about that. But
he started less than 30% of their Liga games.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
that's from a trade as well.
You know what worries me about the Camavinga thing? With Camavinga, if we do sign him, we're not getting Rodrigo. That's the only thing that worries me because we're not going to get.
I don't think they give you two of their players.
They're not going to give us two of them. They're not going to give us two of them. So I'll obviously rather Rodrigo.
But it depends. It depends. If someone pushes, gives a little.
They won't give us two of it because bro, Camavinga is arguably or can be one of the best DMs in world football.
He is one of the best.
That's what I'm saying.
Already.
Yeah, so to give us him and Rodrigo that's mad. That's all mad. So I don't think it's happening. But
I think if I'm honest, Camavinga is more attainable than Rodrigo. I believe Rodrigo.
I don't know. Rodrigo's not. Listen, Rodrigo's not even starting today. Rodrigo's not starting today.
He's not. That's all fine. I'm looking at the financial side of things. For Rodrigo, it's 100 euros, 100 million euros, the whole package, plus his wages are going to be like 250 bags. Yeah,
I don't think it is 100 M's. You know, what did Hand of Arsenal say? Didn't he say 80 euros?
Something like that.
Yeah, plus the add-ons. Them add-ons are going to take it to 100 M.
That's a lot of money.
Is it plus the add-ons? I don't know. You're looking at around
the package will probably be around 90 to 100, innit? But it'll be euros, so it will come to like
euros. You're looking around like 80 mil. Yeah.
But I just think like that deal is hard to pull off, innit? It's hard to pull off. Whereas Camavinga not starting. How long has he got left on his contract?
I'm pretty sure Camavinga got one fucked clause though. I don't know. I might need to see. I know Madrid they be putting these weird clauses on players though, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what price, but I think Camavinga's price is probably be bonkers.
If you're asking me who would you rather get, I'd rather get Camavinga and then go sign like a Barcola or something.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like Camavinga
what's funny?
Than a Rodrigo.
Before I get
you mentioned it more than once. That's why I'm laughing. Like what makes
No, this is.
I know. Why can't I go into Barcola? Why not,
bro? On a mad thing.
Well, they just won the champs.
In the bank, bro.
Corey, Barcola don't start for them. So why would you want to be baking the bench?
I don't think that matters.
Why not?
I generally don't think that matters.
So you're telling me I can't test the waters and say, look, Barcola, you're going to be baked on the bench almost every game. Like, come to us, try win the Premier League and the Champions League.
He's not baked on the bench every game, though.
More or less. He doesn't start. He don't start.
He played a lot of minutes last season. Though.
Yeah, but why would he want to be? But he wants to be starting games, bro. Like the guy, someone of his quality.
That's what you think.
So you say he's happy doing that, not starting.
Some players are calm to come off the bench.
Then if he's calm in it. Then I'll let him be a bum and go straight.
No, I just don't understand where you thought like
because
has there been any links?
You know, it's because he was starting at the start of the season, innit? Before
then he got Guehi coming and took his place.
Yeah. Shout out Jamal Spelling with the £5 super chat. He goes, tell Onana to you plan to start Højlund and go ahead of him. He'll soon get the message.
That's the reality.
You know what? Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm thinking about it now. This Norgaard thing, I feel shit even thinking that it's. No, I'm deep in it. Why is Norgaard linked to the club? I just don't understand. I don't understand that one. Why am I?
A good player.
Why is no one else linked to him? Why me? This is what's not making sense.
I said I feel shit.
I feel shit. I'm trying to win the Premier League and Champions League. I'm telling me about Norgaard and all the. Come on, man. This is just getting silly, and I'm getting pissed off because I can't. I'm starving for a signing, as you could imagine. I'm starving. I'll be honest. I'm starving. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm starving for a signing.
There in the end.
I'm getting pissed off, and I'm seeing Norgaard. It's literally that, fam. I'm getting pissed off.
The man was saying what happened to Prem Proven because you were saying about Prem Proven.
No. Bro, we need quality to win the Premier League.
I'm being honest. We're not gonna get. Yeah, look. Like they said in the chat, we got Kepa. These are the type of little shrewd deals there.
No, but that's fine. That's the only. I understand that one. Norgaard, I don't understand.
If it means I buy Norgaard and I get Rodrigo, or I buy Camavinga and I get like Noni or something, I know which one I'm picking.
But we don't need it. We don't even need Norgaard. Why do we need Norgaard?
Norgaard could be an option so Zubi don't get Brock out because we're going to be risking it.
No, then what you do is, I'll tell you what you do. You go and sign Hato, how we pronounce his name.
Yeah, I think we're getting it. I think we're getting it.
Yeah, that's fine. Then what you do after that, then Casey, what you do after that is you got to move Skelly into midfield. That's all you do.
And that's what I think's happening. That's why I think we're getting.
But you don't need Norgaard. Why am I hearing Norgaard?
Be the left back team.
That's what I'm saying.
As a midfielder.
Bro, that's his position.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But to try win the Prem.
You're winning you're trying to win the Prem.
To try win the Prem is a big risk.
Bro, that's where he plays. Even when he was playing under 23s. He was playing.
I know.
Challenge for the Prem, though.
Then again, he won't be starting. Actually, he's not going to be starting like that. So it's calm. It's only if
Skelly will get destroyed in midfield. Listen here.
Listen here. This is how I don't watch ball, man. All of you lot. Anyone thinking that Skelly can't have the physicality in midfield? Now it.
The hate started. Season 1.
I just feel like the pressure.
I just saw man bouncing Haaland off like he's a piece of filth last year, and you're telling me you can't hack it in midfield
on his head top. What the hell am I hearing?
No, what I would say is, I personally think you should go grab like Rodrigo if you can get him. Then I would look at like the Balabas, the Whartons, the players that like performed really well, and they're in like a mid-side as well. You can go grab those type of people.
Yeah, that's gonna cost like 100 M.
Yeah, Balabas like 80 M, 90 M.
Bro, I'll be honest. The best thing that we can do.
At the end of the day, like, what's it to you, man? Do you know what I mean?
No, but it's just too much money for unneeded position. We don't even need them, man.
It's not like they say FIFA where you can just do the mad thing and start transferring man in. I cannot go and buy Gyökeres, Zubimendi, Baleba, Rodrigo. And like all of these
hold on a second. You guys have told people this season, though.
Plus have all the players I already have here and can't sell.
You know, we can't. There's no one to even sell like that. Apart from
these who's going out.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm not sure in it who's gone out the door.
This is it.
But you guys haven't spent bread for like the past 2 windows, I'd say. Or was it just one window?
Yeah, I'd say one window. I'd say January and last summer, 2 windows,
Yeah, so 2 windows, bro. And you guys finished quite well in the Premier League. You guys have attained money, made quite a lot of money within those past 2 seasons. Yeah?
But
what's stopping you guys from going to like your squad? In fact, your squad was the smallest squad. Yeah, so you have space for players as well. What's stopping you guys from going to grab a Balaba and a Rodrigo?
Yeah, but it's just Corey. That's too much money, bro. Belieber's gonna be he's actually gonna be.
What's wrong with Big Bidney? What's wrong with Big Bidney?
No, but that's just it's unrealistic.
Sometimes you gotta do the mad thing, bro.
Bro, why would we spend 100? Bro, man, we were talking about our attack being a problem.
I reckon you got the money to do the mad thing.
I feel like you guys have the money.
Maybe for me, it's not about the money. For me, it's not about the money with Rodrigo. I just think right now his availability is on a knife fence. He's not available to buy right now, but you can try turn his head around. Like, it's adapting. It's not it's out of the price range. Belabor, I think that's a mad thing because Brighton are just pricks, innit? And I know why, because everyone comes to
bro. They don't need the bread like that. Yeah. Brighton don't need the bread.
Like Brighton are just
they wouldn't sell Belabor anyway.
Bring in a player for 10 million, sell him for 100 million. You know their thing, innit? You know that.
My thing is, my thing is, everyone says it, and I agree with everybody. It's the facts. We need to boost up our attack. We need to get our attack to what it should be to win the Premier League. So spending 100 mil on a DM doesn't make any sense. But I can just go and literally go and master my whole attack with that money, and then also get another cheaper DM. We don't need Belabor. He's a great player, but again, we're talking about someone that's going to be more or less a backup because he has Zubimendi coming in. So that can be like we said, the who else is it? Norgaard and who? Camavinga. Camavinga will be 40 mil. So that makes sense. I don't mind spending 40 mil on Camavinga.
What did you say?
No, it'll be 40 mil. It'll be 40 mil. That's what I saw. I saw it'll be 40 mil.
40. I think like 50 M's max. 50
yeah, and that's fine.
For Camavinga, why?
No, that's what I know. That's just what I saw, innit?
He's only got like a year or 2 years on his contract. If that, like a year.
40, 50 M's. That's crazy.
I might be wrong, but that's just what I saw on Twitter, innit? That it was reported it'll be 42 million. So that's fine.
His contract runs out in 2029.
Oh, 2029.
Where's this 40 million coming from?
No, that's what I saw. That's what I saw. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying that's what I saw.
So that guy's there for 70 M's minimum. 70 million. I'm talking pounds. 70 million pounds minimum.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Then you
can just walk out and stay with one of the best midfielders in the world. 40 million.
No, but this is what I'm saying. So if it costs more than that, then I'm out of there. Then that's fine. I don't need it.
That's for his brother.
But it's the fact that Casey doubled down on it, and when got like
no, cool. I'm gonna be real. No, Corey, I'm gonna be real. In fact, let me go on Twitter, because I could have swore I saw something about 50 M's for Camavinga.
Yeah, Casey, bro, but none of us like I tweeted it. I never tweeted it. I'm just saying what I saw in it.
Yeah, let me have a look at it.
Hey, that's killed me, fam. That has killed me, bro.
1 second.
Bro, regardless, like I said, we can't spend a lot of money in that position. So what we got to do is spend around a 20 to 40 M mark and see what you can get.
I just sold Kwanzaa for 35. Man, I tell you.
Oh yeah, look. That was it. Hey, man,
no way.
Go.
I see it. It was by Defense. It's all saying great, isn't it?
No,
wait, Corey, why are you busting up? I don't get what. Bro,
kids. It's because.
But it did say.
Casey doubled down.
You went, bro.
Bro, I ain't doubling down.
Bro, that's what we saw. That was.
No, kids. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, yeah. You went, it's like 4 years.
Let me listen.
Casey's like, yeah, like he's got like 2 years of his contract left. And once I was checked, he's got 4 years, fam.
Bro, I don't know about this. It's from AFTV.
That's right.
It was AFTV that tweeted it.
I'm pretty sure if Camavinga was worth 40, like if he was going for 40 M's,
the whole world.
I promise you more than you would be involved in him, bro.
Yeah, the whole world.
Not really though, because you don't do that. Corey, you definitely can't get him. So that's you out of there.
No, but he didn't say who can get him. He said who would be trying. Like,
why would Corey, you can't try because you know you're going to be ended up. You're going to be ended up being done at it.
Why'd you say that?
Corey, why would you, of all teams, get Camavinga? Why not? We're talking about going to Real Madrid. Just alone. We're talking about going to Real Madrid and negotiating a deal with Real Madrid. You don't do that.
Yeah, Corey, you just wait there, man.
You're not even.
They got Casemiro.
I take more.
Brother, Real Madrid don't negotiate with teams outside of Europe. They don't do that. They don't do that.
It's in the bag, fam.
Corey, to even speak to Real Madrid, you got to be there. You got to be up there, and to even
That's why I
speak to
said
them.
I don't think they have his number.
What are you waffling about?
They ran the
Corey,
same thing.
Bro, that's all. You're talking
And
about
these
guys
men-
that you were in Europe for. You was in Europe for all them deals. You're not in Europe no more.
They're not doing it now. This
Yeah, I
is
keep
what I'm
telling
saying.
you,
Now they put you on, they don't have your number.
you're not who you think you are. You're not who you used to be, Corey. You're done.
Stop
doing this.
Who are you
doing this.
taking? Man said Ronaldo. Look at what these men are talking about.
Man said
Casemiro.
Ronaldo. What?
They spent how much? Well, how much did they buy Casemiro for?
Like,
Was it 50 mil?
50 M's, 5-year deal on 300 bags. Montel, if you're telling me you can't get that done, then I don't know, innit? I don't know. Maybe you need to find.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Obviously, I'm just saying that they obviously without Europe. Yeah, my point isn't Man United. My point is the point Corey made was that you wouldn't be the only team, and Kiz, you went well, Corey, but you definitely wouldn't be. The point is that if Camavinga was available for 40 M's, a lot of teams would be going for Camavinga, innit?
You know, fair play. But that's I never said that. I'm just saying.
So we said
If
that
it
about
was,
Turkey.
then yeah.
Huh?
We said that about Turkey. You know what I mean? At that
What do you
price,
mean?
30 M's, everyone should be in for him. You know what I mean? Maybe not.
Yeah, that's true.
No, but Casey, Turkey has one senior season. Turkey has one season under his belt where everyone, where like some might have known him before that.
Where the world acknowledged him.
But like, like in terms of world level, it's been one season. Like Camavinga is bona fide, serious levels. Like if you want to compare Turkey to Camavinga, it would have been when Camavinga left the French league in 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then don't forget, Monty, you can also tell Madrid to go.
Everyone was linked to Camavinga when he left before he went to Madrid.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were.
No, but Mons, don't forget, there's cut prices. You could do a cut price because obviously we beat Real Madrid. We done a double of Real Madrid last year, and Camavinga was part of it. Wait. I'm saying,
Montel, talk to him, bro.
Listen, bro, I'm saying we done a double Real Madrid last year. But Camavinga was a part of that first leg. He got his head hot, got sent off. Yeah, if we negotiate with him and with his agent, we can say, look, like this is where it's at, and we can maybe get the price down from like 70.
I thought you were gonna come with some logic and backtrack, but somehow
I thought you were gonna say something.
No, listen, I'm saying like you never know. I'm saying you could when a player wants to go to your team, the player can be the ones to affect the price. So if it's 90 mil now or 80 mil, they can bring that down. They can bring it down.
Well, how about this? But just because you draped them like a ragdoll, they might just add 20 million and be
okay, that part.
They can't afford to do that. They can't afford to do that because if Camavinga, bro, just forget who this Real Madrid, bro. Real Madrid are a great team, the biggest club in world football. But let's not talk about them like there's some. Bro, I just duppied them last year. It's not a problem.
You need a stinker.
It's not a problem to me. I'm saying if Camavinga wants to come to our club and he says, "Look, my agent, get this done. I want to go." Bro, the price will go down. It's the same. It's the same. Bro, it's the same as everybody who we're linked to right now. The reason why it's taking so long is because we're trying to knock down the price. Sesko, Rodrigo, all these guys, we're trying to knock down the price. Rodrigo can be the first one, and then Camavinga could even follow. How about this? We could get both. Why not? If the players push it and say
witness himself, talk himself into it.
If the player says, "I want to go to this club," they will do anything to make it happen. I'm not saying that Camavinga wants to go to Arsenal. I'm just saying if he wants to come, they'll knock it down. It won't be 90 mil.
Yeah, that's what it will definitely be nice. He's got 4 years left on his contract. It will be an excessive amount.
Then if it's 90 mil, then we'll walk away. We'll walk away.
What do you mean walk away? You don't just stick him in the reserves if he refuses to play. Like how many times have you seen that happen? You just won't play football,
bro. That's fine.
Honest,
like I said,
if I were you, kids, you're looking to get a midfielder, I'd sell Odegaard, but that's just me. And yeah.
Anyway,
bro,
anyway, man. I'll shout out Kamal who goes, "What is Arteta's obsession with left backs? How many?" I think that was when kids spoke about Hato. Shout out Jamal when he goes, "Norgaard to replace Martinelli Jesus, a visionary." I don't think that's the direct change. I don't think that's the direct.
Norgaard, I just don't even want to. That Norgaard thing, that's just air. I'm not even hearing that. That's nothing. So let's forget that. Let's focus on Camavinga and.
What's your opinion on
No,
Norgaard?
we're not forgetting that.
For me,
We're not gonna
bro,
forget.
No one reported it.
Because I said, if I get Norgaard, but I also get the Rodrigo and Gyökeres and maybe even Hato on a cheeky thing, bro, that's fine. Because I've already got Zubimendi. I've got Marino is still in my squad that can play in that position, fill in for like 20 minutes or whatever. I've still got Norgaard off the bench that can fill in that position. Hato can come in, help out. Skelly can come in. But there's just bare options in the midfield already. So Norgaard can be an experienced player. Come in. But that means that that means that I've saved. Sorry.
My party is quiet.
Hold on. Casey land. Too many people to go on. Casey land.
Yeah, sorry. That money now that I didn't spend on the Camavinga, I've now got for a Rodrigo and Gyökeres because I've had the money. There should be no excuse. Zubimendi, like we said, was done in January, done in back whenever. Like he was been done. So now I want to see the big money on the striker, big money on the left winger, and then go and grab a Norgaard, and I'm calm with that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, just to contradict Kiz,
he's been a captain.
He was happy with Noni. He was happy with Casey Kiz said, "I hear it, Noni. I hear it,
yeah.
Noni. I hear Noni as a squad player, but you don't hear Norgaard as a squad player."
Bro, why are man still saying Norgaard? I'm so confused. That name is irrelevant. There's been no.
You're not even listening.
No, I am. But bro, Madueke is a calm backup for Saka. Of course he is.
Wait, what's this? What's this Madueke bomber? Oh no.
What Madueke? Is it happening?
Oh no.
Yeah, no, bring. I'm calm with that. As a Saka backup, bring.
But you don't want Norgaard as a backup to your midfield.
You don't want Norgaard.
No, because Norgaard, that's Brentford level. That's
you can't tell me backup and he's 50 M's, bro. That's 50
M's is calm. 50 M's is calm.
Where's the money for the winger? Where's the money for the?
Case, we got that. Just relax. We have all that. We've got all of that. Don't worry. We're gonna still.
Hold on a second. How much is Madueke going to cost?
50.
No more than 50 mil. No more than 50 mil.
No way. 50 M. Yeah. So 50 M's. Yeah.
Norgaard wouldn't cost you more.
You got to pay.
Norgaard will cost me like 10 months.
Bro, we don't need Norgaard, bro. We don't need him.
No one's saying you need him, but you don't. Why do you need Madueke? Like again,
we need a topless. We need a topless
with Madueke as a backup. We can't hate Norgaard. It's just mad to me, innit? That's
bro, because I'll tell you why.
So let me get this straight, kids. Yeah, you're calm with paying 50 for Madueke, then go and get Rodrigo and go and get Sesko. Yeah.
Yeah, that is perfect. That's perfect.
But you wouldn't. So, but let me ask you this: you wouldn't prefer to go get Sesko, go get what do you call it? Go get Sesko, go get Rodrigo, and pay a bit more extra for like a Balaba or Wharton in your midfield.
Bro, because I'll tell you again, Corey, we don't need these guys. We just need better. All we need is a backup DM. All we need is a backup DM for when Partey cuts. That's all we need, and that can cost me like 15 to 20 mil. That's all. Bro. So all this Norgaard shit, it don't make sense. Norgaard is Brentford level.
You said
I'm not saying Norgaard, bro. I told you to go grab a.
You're being very disingenuous to Norgaard.
What's this?
I'm not. Norgaard calm for Brentford. This is what I'm saying. I'm Arsenal. I'm trying to win the league.
Do you know why? Do you know why Ethan's like that? It's because he's got the manager like.
Yeah, he's got the link. He's got like the Danish link with That's your level, fam. That's what I'm saying. That's the sign I expect Tottenham to make is a Norgaard.
Yeah, to say your level, then big up Madueke is so.
Brother,
opposite ends of the spectrum for me, but that's you don't have to agree in it. Shout out Jamal. A team of 9 left backs and Norgaard sounds sick.
Bro, Madueke, yeah. Madueke as a backup to Saka is very calm. If anything, he's the closest.
Is Noni better than Wanyoru?
No.
Yeah. No. Guys, let's move on. All right. Spurs time. Spurs chat now. Yeah, Spurs chat now. Spurs chat now, innit? You don't know what it is. There's 400 people in here, innit? 400 people in here. Let's get to 200 likes. I think we're only on 126 likes right now, man. So you stop what you're doing and smash the like button, the thumbs up button below, man. Should easily be doing that. Shout out OR. He goes, kids, that's nice. That's nice and all, but you can but can you pass the phone to Wanyeri real quick? Arnie wants to talk to him. Mo's off to the AFCON, and so we can do a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, unfortunately, OR, this is not happening, innit? I know people want Wanyeri, I get it, but nah, he's us. He's us.
Yeah, voila.
Not for sale. I mean, look, what you could do actually is go give me Salah, and then we could do a swap for swap if you want to do that. But
wait, give you who?
If it's not that, then allow it, innit? You can, that makes sense. An up and coming star.
I'm giving you someone at the beginning of their career. You're giving me someone at the end.
Well, literally, that's a calm swap. Who says no?
You can't do that. Can't give you that much. GA can't do that.
Yeah, that's
giving you the league.
We're
giving you the league.
I can't give you that much.
I can't give you that ceiling.
You bring Salah off the bench, or would you put Saka left wing, Salah right wing? What would you do? What would you do?
I'll put Salah somewhere in it where he scores goals.
Yeah, he's getting in there. I don't know where
he's scoring goals. You understand?
Fairs. But
Bellingham bags.
But Tottenham time, innit? Tottenham time, of course.
Someone said Trent assist.
Sorry?
Was it Trent assist?
I'm joking. It would have been funny though.
Yeah, they got 10 men. I just realized. Remember, they got 10 men. Yikes. But
belly dancer.
It's mad. Mate, calling Bellingham belly dance is crazy, especially when Job scored for Dortmund as well. And another one that Yildiz got a hattie. He's moving.
I was gonna say I'll even take Yildiz. Give me Yildiz as well.
Yildiz, he's looking super promising.
He's cold still.
So Ethan, obviously Eze and Semenyo. Obviously Semenyo on the Friday. You got an Ornstein bomber for that one, and there's an Eze boost for you guys where it's looking like the 68 million buyout clause might not be required for Eze, which is a boost obviously Tottenham. So Eze,
you mentioned two names there. What about the third?
Who's the third?
What's the third?
Cause you gotta tell him a shala.
You still want to avoid me?
You put it in the bag.
Surely not.
Like, please.
I'm joking. I'll be real. I don't know. Semenyo, I would have taken Semenyo as if we couldn't get Mbeumo thing, then but
that's the key. That's the case, G. That's looking like the case, bro.
Semenyo's getting valued at like 70 mil, and it's not that. I can't lie, it's not that at all.
Yeah, but you're looking at both, innit? You're looking at both. So you're clearly trying to bolster the attack properly if you're looking at both.
This is it.
He kills me, fam.
Wait, so hold on. So you're signing Eze to play in the 10?
No, Eze will be like a left wing slash.
He'll probably play both.
Yeah, probably play
both. We don't know if Frank's gonna go to a back four. I don't think Frank will play the same back five he plays with Brentford.
He'll play a back four.
Yeah, run a back four. But Bournemouth are getting raided though.
Bournemouth are getting stripped. Now, real talk. Bournemouth and Liverpool are getting stripped.
Bournemouth are getting,
Who's gone? Sabane, Horson.
Centre backs.
Kirkes got the here we go as well on the weekend.
Kirkes, shit.
Yeah, the whole defense. The menu is P. It's P.
I reckon Clive and that stays though.
Who's the only one left? Cook and that. Cook's the only one left, isn't it?
Hey, go grab that.
What about Smith? Smith.
Oh yeah, Smith at right back.
Smith and that, them man there, like looking, them man there looking. Yeah, Bournemouth fans, look away, man, look away.
I still got a Vanelson though. Still got a Vanelson. So
I'll be honest. So going back to Semenyo, innit? I think the 70 M's is a bit stiff. Yeah, he's a good player. Can get his.
Be your second best attacker. Be your second best. And he's played with Solanke.
Oh yeah, Marc. I got a to pick you yesterday.
Wait, who would be a better attacker?
You know, I was watching that lunchtime stream with you and Cass, didn't it?
Yeah,
and Joey. To say that Semenyo would be my best attacker, actually.
I said he'd be your second best attacker.
Who did you say?
He would.
Yeah, he's not better than Kulusevski.
Yeah,
he'd be better than all your attackers.
Wait, one second. This is why it's cheeky, yeah. Madam need to really cast back their mind. Madam need to cast. Corey, this is it. Man, need to cast back their minds when last season, one good season got man them tripping. Last season, I took their best attacker. So now he's gone. Why is he? He's like, what are we doing?
What? Well, I'm confused.
The best attacker.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you took their best attacker. But again, see, this is where we talk about context. What were Bournemouth doing that season, Ethan? And what were Bournemouth doing this season?
What's that got to do with? What do you mean? What's that got to
Bournemouth
do with?
was shit. That was a shit Bournemouth team. This is
the same shit Bournemouth team that washed up Corey back to back.
Who is Corey? Who is Man United, fam?
Look, that's what they were doing.
He's even here. Who is he?
What do you mean? This is the wash. Who is right now?
Cool.
It's not hard to wash Man United.
Going back to your point, Mons, why are you now changing the narrative about what they were doing, bro? I took their best attacker.
Damn, man.
Yes, you did take their best attacker.
What did I do, fam? Why?
But
Corey,
sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. My point is that Semenyo for me becomes Tottenham's second best attacker in my opinion.
Third best attacker.
Again, we can agree to disagree on that. He'd be your second best attacker for me.
Wait,
No, K. My point is the logic doesn't make sense. How can I one season has not defined everything? I literally went to Bournemouth and took their best attacker, and now a season later we'll say, "Oh, he'll be my bet." No.
Let's be real. You took their best attacker that season, but if you're looking at the overall perspective of it, Semenyo is a better attacker than Solanke. He is.
How that doesn't make sense? How?
When
they were both at the club literally a year ago, Solanke was the best attacker at the club.
You know, because he was a striker.
How reactionary man are being, fam.
No, because as playing up front for that Bournemouth team last year, it made sense for Solanke to score that many goals. But for you, man, the way you play now, and it'll probably even be even worse under Frank. Solanke will probably get less goals under Frank. So with that, it's different. Semenyo is a better attacker in that system. He will. Solanke will get less goals than Frank. He will.
Less than what he now.
Why would he get more?
Corey, you know
how many?
He's just.
Why would he get more?
You know what's funny? It's like he's acting like he didn't watch. Acting like he didn't watch. He's acting like he didn't watch.
Madrid, by the way.
Solanke was shit last year. Solanke was
like he didn't watch Solanke in that final. How man was blowing after 60 minutes, bro.
Okay, but did you see his all-round game? It was
shit in that game.
All-round game. You know what I'm saying?
All-round game.
Doing the Havertz thing, fam.
Specifically that game, it was shit. But all season, his all-round game's been phenomenal. He's offered me a lot more than just goals. Yeah,
that's
Ethan, as you know, I've been an advocate for Solanke most of the season, as you remember. Yeah. I've actually been an advocate of Solanke, not to say that he's a great goal scorer, but he does offer you the hold-up play that you guys need. I think you need more of a gunman as well, so you need two, but he has offered you hold-up play that I think doesn't get spoken about as much.
By the way.
Why does man always...
I watched it. It wasn't.
Why does he?
It was a pre-assist. It was a Trent pre-assist.
Oh, it was a pre-assist.
It was 10-8 back though. 10-8 been doing his thing though. 10-8 been doing his thing.
Quick question: Why do you always get treated like a baby when it comes to this football thing? I've noticed it. Because when it's me and I explain Havertz's role,
same level, K.
No, but it's not even, but they are because they're a big six team. They're a big six team. So
wait, I make this about you,
bro? No, it's not about me. I'm saying it's not about me. I'm saying when it's me saying about Havertz and this, that, what he brings and blah blah. People tell me, kids, I want goals. Why are you talking about hold up play and this, that? But now
Monte acknowledged that the goals wasn't enough. He said he could be doing better in the goals. He said that.
Who? Solanke?
Yeah, she just said that.
But so make sure.
But what?
Man said so. Make sure.
No. I'm not saying once. I'm saying in general. That's the feeling that I get. Even
he gets pelters. It's an unpopular opinion.
But they don't get pelters. You don't get pelters.
Stanky does not get pelted. He
gets called so stanky. What are you talking about?
That's every now and again.
I can't lie. That was early in the season. Then he still was quiet. No one said nothing.
Who has sat here and been like, yes, Solanke's the shit?
No one gave him prop. I'm not saying no one's gave him prop, but no one's gave him shit. And that's because
that's cap. That's cap. That's cap.
It's not cap.
I hear Solanke getting shit, bro. That's cap.
Bro.
That's cap.
How's
Well,
that
he
cap?
was
I just don't
injured
think he
before.
gets that much stick as he should. I think he should be getting more stick.
It's not. It's when I have to protect Solanke and say he does offer more than goals. It's because he's cornered for the amount of goals that he doesn't get and the amount of goals he scored last season compared to Tottenham being as bad as they are this season. Like, it's not a popular opinion to talk about Solanke's hold-up play. You're fighting battles if you have to talk about Solanke's hold-up play.
Yeah, how about this? Brennan Johnson gets it worse, and he actually
big facts.
And Brennan Johnson, Brennan Johnson had a way better season.
We call him blows and shit.
But he's actually crap. He's actually crap.
But he scored more than Solanke though. He scored more than Solanke.
Yeah, of course. But kids, the point is that. The point is going to Semenyo, innit? Like, the point is that you guys have somehow found a way to make this about you, man, with Havertz.
No, that was just a quick like. Forget that.
I was just jumping in on the Solanke thing. Solanke don't get his founder like that.
Need that, bro. Again, Arsenal. Do you know what it is? You just have to make a choice. Are you bigger than Tottenham? Or are you the same as Tottenham? Because if you're bigger than Tottenham, then you understand these things are going to have a bigger magnifying glass. You know what I'm saying?
Like, just big six teams here. We're all big six. Look at the shows.
So there's no hierarchy in big six clubs, and there's no difference in the magnifying glass.
What's the name of our show? What's the name of the show? So there's no more. This is what I'm saying. There's no higher or lower. This is what it is.
Even with us,
if a player flops at Man United, it should be looked at this in the same light as if a player flops at Spurs. That is how. Yes. So as of today, things have changed. Right?
No. That's just the general public, like the pundits and that. But if we're talking about the footballing community, it should be, of course, it should be that.
Then stop saying you're a bigger club. You're not a bigger club than Spurs.
No, but I am though.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Then don't say you're a bigger. No. I don't have to be a smaller club than them. You can't pick and choose when the clout flies away. You can't pick and choose.
It's not about clout. It's facts.
If you're a bigger club, then the criticism is larger and the magnifying glass is larger. That's what comes.
If you're
not a bigger club, then this is what makes more sense.
You're missing the point. I'm
not missing the point. I'm telling you the real. You don't want to hear it.
No,
you can't
tell the point
choose.
Is they are a big six club.
Real talk, Casey.
No, I'm not digging. You're not listening, fam. The point is,
I have to agree with Keir's case,
bro. It's not about having to agree with Keir's. It's logic, bro. Corey, yes, Man United are a bigger club. Man United are a bigger club than Arsenal, but we're both big six, bro. That doesn't change. I still class myself as a big team. I wouldn't not back myself against United, but I can understand due to their past, they're a bigger team than me. That's what Ethan needs to do with the
fact, literally.
Yeah, but he needs to understand that his history is not there to be chatting.
You man are just picking and choosing.
Someone put it in the chat when you guys were shit. When you had the Lamberts and the we
were still getting pelters and getting corned. No one was sitting there going, "Oh, Lambert's a decent signing." We were still getting corned. But the point is that I'm not Corey. I'm not going to sit here and pick and choose when I want to be a big club. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to compare my striker, my striking things.
They do that with Tottenham. We do that with Tottenham. Is that what you guys are trying to say?
Yeah. He's saying
exactly that.
He's saying that. Yeah, if you say no, but Corey, he's saying that with Havertz and Solanke, the amount of flack that Havertz has got compared to Solanke is a massive difference when we're both big six clubs. But you're a substantially bigger club than Tottenham, so you can't pick and choose. No. Hold on, kids. You know why it's not irrelevant? Because if you're a big club, then the magnifying glass is larger, bro. You know what I'm saying? The scrutiny is always larger when you're a better big club. So therefore, when Kai Havertz has gone from Chelsea to Arsenal, it's bigger than Solanke going from Bournemouth to Spurs.
So but it's still a big signing. It's still a big club.
You men are making signings to go and push you to be winning Premier League.
For the league. These men are trying to get back into top four. You man are pushing for the league.
No, they've done that now. So now what? They're back in Champions League.
They won the Europa League, didn't finish.
So they're back in Champions. That's better. That's better than getting.
Yeah, as I said, pick and choose FC, man.
Pick and choose FC because you've just allowed Ethan. You've just allowed Ethan to come in here, with that smile on his face, and come in here and say, well, you lot are challenging for the leagues. We're just challenging for top 4.
That means anything.
Why the F does he have the cheek to be telling me about anything during the season? If I am challenging for the league and he's just making top 4, why is
that? Casey, again, basic football stuff, bro. He is your rival, so he's just hating on your shit. Corey gets onto me still now. Casey, Corey gets onto me still now, and he's 15th and I'm the league winner. He still gets onto me now. When you man was 7th and 8th, you were still getting onto the teams that were at the top.
But you know why, Montel? There's a difference in it. There's a difference because players that I have, like they get a huge amount of corners, just as much corners as the Havertz, as the
of course. Because why? What's the reason for that, Corey?
Well, because it's Man United.
So then have we got to remove Tottenham from the Big 6? What are we doing here then?
You don't have to, bro. You don't have to remove them from the Big 6.
And have different rules because they're the only.
It's not different rules. The rules have never been different. The rules aren't different. It's just that the amount of scrutiny is never going to be exactly the same. Like there's a different amount of scrutiny for different clubs. No. That's just how it goes.
So I would say that all of us, bar Tottenham, you could say there's slight discrepancies in club, but we're all in this bracket here of scrutiny on our players. That includes City now. No. Bro, City, I would say it's simply because there's not as many City fans in London. That's why maybe City don't. But Chelsea, United, you and me, we all get our players cornered if they stink. Yeah. That's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure. City are the only ones I would say
Spurs do have leeway. Spurs do have leeway.
That was my point. Why did they have
that wasn't your point.
If that was their point, then I hear that. If that wasn't
that's my
point. That was his point. Man said, why is Havertz getting this scrutiny and Solanke?
I never said why. No. See, you're twisting my word. I never asked why Havertz is getting it. I asked why. No, it's not. I never asked why is Havertz getting it. I know Havertz should be getting it, but my question was why isn't Spurs getting it too? Because they're also a big club. They're also a big club. So why aren't they getting it? That was my point.
But Solanke was getting it. I just think for you, man, in fan football, Solanke still gets his pelters. I just don't think you, man, have been exposed to the pelters that Solanke gets.
I've heard Solanke
get mad pelters. It's not a popular opinion to talk positively on Solanke. It's not popular.
And I'm not being funny, like I said before, you men are challenging for Prems. I'm respectfully when I signed Solanke, I was literally sold my greatest player ever, possibly, and I was trying to recoup that. You man signed Havertz. No,
Ethan, your expect it's all the same. We're all in the same because you're in the challenge.
You man are just challenged for a Prem. I need to push on and go.
But they're not saying
you went aside Havertz.
It's exactly he's not getting addicted.
Bro,
by the way, wasn't anything special at Chelsea.
That's exactly what Keir said.
No, it's not because they're saying no. For me, they're saying that for me, you, Casey and Keys, but they're saying that for Tottenham it's different. That's what they're saying. So to
that's the point that Casey said. The comparison.
He's telling you now he means that. So
that's telling me.
I literally said that same shit. That was where I picked it off. Is why does Ethan get treated like a baby? That was my first point. It wasn't even about me. The first thing I said was why does he get
was Havertz? You said if it was Havertz.
No, I never said if it was Havertz. I know Havertz is always going to get cornered.
I can't lie. I don't think you were listening.
This what I'm saying.
I heard response. That's the same thing I heard.
Literally. Man said because if it was Havertz, he said because if it was Havertz. I didn't say I disagree with Casey. I know what Casey's saying in terms of Spurs having there are times where Spurs will get let off the hook in terms of because they've been the worst in the top 6. And obviously, Corey, even though Corey, you're currently the worst in the top 6, you're Man United.
And of course.
So you're Man United.
I will give Corey corn regardless. Yeah. Like, I don't give a donkey's whether they're stinky or not. You're getting corn.
That's the level.
Maybe only Arsenal fans give Tottenham the corn they deserve. I don't feel like it's coming from all angles at Tottenham. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Like how it is with Arsenal. If we have a stinker, I've got Chelsea fans, City fans, United fans, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Tottenham, everyone.
Casey, because Casey, I know Tottenham are big six, but the gap between you and Spurs is substantial.
But what are we doing then? Are we saying that? Are you agreeing with me that Tottenham are the babies in this thing and that they can't really chat to me? Because then I'm going to need that back in when I need it.
But Casey, the simple thing is,
wait, what am I hearing?
Casey, the simple thing is, when you get onto Spurs, what's the way that you get onto them? Little man thing, right? How can you chat to me? You're a little man, right?
But I don't want you back.
Right. There you go. So if you little man Spurs, why are you surprised that they're getting little man in terms of expectations? And they've won one trophy in 17 years.
I'm not, Montel. I'm not. But I feel like
you what?
Fan base. No. I'm not. They're rightfully little man. But when
so you got little man and then be surprised when they're being little man.
But Montel, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Montel. When you sometimes, in the house, let's say you get into an argument with your mum and you feel like you're too big for your boots and you say whatever you felt in your chest at that time, what happens?
Mm-hmm. Brother, you get the beat down.
There you go. So with that, like, why does what I feel that Casey and Keys are trying to say is, why does Ethan feel the need to speak in chest? Maybe we should beat him then.
Maybe this is it. Where's the last team? I'm not seeing that. You know what, Ethan? You're making a good point.
Wait. I don't know. I don't want to. Let me just say this. Yeah, for the past,
I'll be honest, Corey. That you said everything and nothing at the same time.
I'm trying to say that, like, maybe he should stay in his place. Like,
no. 1 second. For the past 6 years, especially, or the past couple years, I haven't been where I've needed to be. I've been very underwhelming. Hence why it was when Chelsea were in their shit period. They had Lampard, Potter, and that. Bro, it got a bit dead, beating them up because they're not at that level. Yeah, obviously they're a big six club. They were finishing 10th. Like, honestly, you didn't know when their next.
They win majors often, so
yeah. So, bro, I've had my stinky period. Do you get it? Like,
no, but see, this is it.
No, this is
the shit I'm talking about.
No, bro.
That's a shit.
I don't even really. Again, it's the same thing. I don't really understand what you think said there. That didn't make no sense.
I mean, in terms of right now, I'm a top 6 club traditionally.
Corey,
just do this. Go grab the belt, fam. Go
grab the belt.
Again, Corey, look at this. This is this thing here. It's not like Ethan doesn't get in. Like, bro, we've had E-days.
No,
Montel, that's our Montel. I agree. Cool. We've corned him. I'm talking about fan bases corned.
And Katie, what did I say before? I said
we'll give Ethan his corn.
Yes, I understand. Yes, but Casey, yes, different clubs receive different corn. No club will ever receive the same amount of corn. All I'm saying is you can't have both sides of the bread and eat it. You can't sit there and little man Spurs the way you little man them and then be surprised when they don't get as much scrutiny as you, who views yourself as superior. You can't.
It doesn't work that way. Can I ask you this?
You didn't listen to me. You didn't even listen to what I said.
No, because this
you just said Monks. Let me tell you, you didn't even listen to me.
Well, I heard exactly what you said. You're basically saying I can't get mad at you, but when I put myself at a higher pedestal and I'm this whole Tottenham rubbish, forget that. Yeah, I don't care for that. This will answer my question. Are Tottenham with us or are they with Aston Villa?
No, they're with us traditionally.
Then the Montel. They've got the least. They've got the least.
Out of all of us, they are the weakest top 16.
That's irrelevant. That's irrelevant.
With us.
That's the bit that's irrelevant.
But Casey, you can't hear the point I just made about having both sides of the bread. You literally just said, "Yeah, I can't care about it," and then just started talking. You know what I'm saying? You know when kids goes, yeah, forget all that, and then just starts chatting.
Okay, so forget all
that. Come on, bro.
The simple way to put it is,
and then just started talking.
No, but once the simple way to put it is, and this is perfect, and we can even dead this conversation afterwards. My point is of a thing of like, even now, put 6 rich men at a table. There's gonna be somebody with the least amount of money at that table. There's gonna be somebody there, but he's still rich. He's still rich. So that's it.
Yeah.
So that's it then. And Ethan is there, and he's the brokest one at the table, but he's still there.
The thing is, I can still chat to you, man, because I've got European trophies. Do you get it? And you can still chat to me because you got.
Then that's so you're picking. That's fine. That's fine then.
Yeah. And then Casey, you carry on doing the little man thing you've been doing for the last 20 years since you've been alive.
But I don't want to have to feel like I'm the one because it's just Arsenal.
We all little man Spurs. You realize Spurs?
You just don't give them verbal. That's little man in them. You don't even give them verbal. That's just dead. They're just that dead. And I agree, they're that dead. You just don't even give them verbal.
Casey,
I don't see Liverpool fans on the outrage when Solanke drops a stinker. Be honest. You man ain't on the timeline calling out Solanke when he drops the stinker.
Do you know what it is? And I really don't know how this is so hard to understand. But because Spurs are not good at them, they're the weakest in the top 6, and they're not good right now. So they're lacking in heritage, and they're lacking right now. Usually you lack in one or the other. Usually it's one or the other that you lack in. You lack in heritage, and you're doing well, or you're doing shit and you have heritage. Do you know what I'm saying? All it is that when you're at the forefront of things, it's always going to feel like, for me, I still feel like...
Montel, look, what? This comment here, bro. Why would Liverpool fans... This is it. This is what I'm talking about. You, man, aren't even in agreement to be giving them verbal because you don't even rate them. This is my point. Are they part of the big 6 and they hold corn like the rest of us, or are they not?
Because Casey, you just have a straw man's argument where it can only be black and white and there's nothing in between. Like at the end of the day, Tottenham get corn in it. They're just not going to get as much corn as Arsenal because you're better than them and fighting for bigger things. I don't know why
they don't get to be the same as Arsenal. We know that already. We're saying, where's the corn? Where is the corn?
Bro, how can you sit there and say where's the corn when Spurs get corn, bro? Yeah, cool. They don't get as much corn as Arsenal. Not really. Arsenal, you lot get a lot more corn, but as I said, that's right. Of course, Arsenal would get more corn than Spurs.
Liverpool are capping. You definitely give Chelsea verbal. After that Caicedo stuff,
of course they do.
We give Chelsea verbal. Not as much verbal as Spurs, but we give Chelsea verbal. We give Man City a little bit of verbal.
Oh yeah, Spurs to Chelsea, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But again, Tottenham are never going to get as much verbal. Tottenham will never get as much verbal as like Arsenal. It just wouldn't happen. Like they still get verbal, they get little man.
Talking about flipping Eze and flipping Semenyo.
Yeah, no, I just put down in it, but yeah, that was my point in it. But yeah, no, Eze and Semenyo, we were saying about
in it. Just forget that.
What was he saying about Semenyo? Oh yeah, he's the second best attacker.
I just think Semenyo comes in as your second best attacker. If
I agree.
I'm being honest, I think that's debatable, but I just think that's cheeky. Considering, so what you're telling me is after reflecting on one season, we can make a overall judgment.
On Solanke.
Not just one season though.
Are you talking about on Solanke or on Semenyo on both?
First season, Solanke's breakthrough season, he had a better season than Solanke. Sorry, Solanke had a better season than Semenyo, and now this second season, Semenyo's had a better season than Solanke. So we're now saying overall, Semenyo is better than Solanke.
I think that Semenyo will make a bigger impact on the wing. I think Semenyo will make a bigger impact on the wing in his position, and Solanke will make a bigger impact in Spurs of his position.
I agree.
Obviously, it's my word is not the final word, isn't it? I'm just saying if Semenyo goes and becomes Spurs' left winger, I believe he'd have more of an impact than what Solanke's had as an impact as a striker in Solanke's first season.
100%.
And if you disagree with that, that's fine.
Because we know Solanke's not prolific. He can be prolific. We saw that one season with Bournemouth, but he still offers a lot, like you said.
Yeah, but me saying Semenyo is better than Solanke doesn't mean Solanke's shit. Or it doesn't mean Solanke can't offer enough. I think Solanke does offer things outside of his goals, which is why he plays. But I think that Semenyo, when he comes in, I feel like Spurs, there's a big gaping hole in that left wing that needs to be filled. And I think Semenyo will probably have a better impact for Spurs, probably with Solanke because they play together. I think Solanke will help him. But I just think that will be a better... He'll be a better fit. He'll fit better as that left winger than Solanke will fit better as the striker. Now, we won't know if the variables will be the same because they're not. Because again, you have Frank now. You don't have Ange now. It's under a different manager as well. So we'll see how even Solanke plays under the new manager. That might be a new Solanke. He might just want to keep him in the box. He might not want to do the hold-up thing. You might just tell him to stay in the box. We don't know how it's going to work. But I just think that Semenyo going, I think 70 million is too much. But you right now are in dire need of going and getting a couple guys that can get you more goals. You can't really have these Odeberts guys, these type of guys playing the minutes they're playing. You need to go and get a Semenyo. I think Semenyo, there are other better options, and Buemo, Kudus are much better options than Semenyo. They're better options, but Semenyo is not a horrible option.
I wouldn't personally say Kudus is a better option than Semenyo.
Yeah, me too. Funny enough, I've been seeing a lot of men on Twitter say, "Oh yeah, bring me Kudus, bro." I can't lie, this ain't 2 seasons ago.
It's a bit too risky.
I've seen him too many times. All right, it's West Ham, but
nah, no way. Kudus is Kudus.
Didn't I say that on a stream with Joe and you cooked me for that? Was it you?
No, it wasn't me.
No, Kudus is a game changer for me. If Kudus went Spurs, that's
it was you once. Yeah, it was you. That was it. It was you.
Yeah, because I think Kudus is a game changer.
Like it would be a lot of money for them to outlay, and it's risky. Like if it doesn't work, Kudus is going to be on good wages. It's going to cost them a lot to get him. I feel like one of us should take a Kudus. It makes sense.
I'm not talking about Tottenham and Kudus. I'm talking about Kudus in general. If you need a right winger and you go and spend the money for Kudus, that is a very, very good signing, even if it's £80 million. Because at the end of the day, like you're talking about
£80 million for Kudus.
That's mad.
Yeah, man.
Is it
yes.
After what you saw last year for West Ham,
after what you've seen his whole time since he's been
no one should be.
No, not even the context of it. Because even without, I know the context
is your eyes when you're watching a man play, bro. Like man, it's talking
I am. That's what I'm saying. I'm watching him for West Ham last year. I know, obviously, West Ham is shit.
Who are you taking, Kudus or Rodrigo, Monte? Are they even?
Corey, come on.
Yeah, Corey, that's a good point because they're the same price. That's what's crazy.
Are them man even in the same category? Are them
man
in the same
category?
They're not in the same category. As I said, Kudus is in he's like Sadio Mane before he went to Liverpool, in my opinion. Do you know what I'm saying? As in, he needs a bigger move to showcase himself around better players in the league, and has shown that he is head and shoulders above a lot of guys in that West Ham team, which isn't too hard to do. I think Bowen is brilliant as well. I think Paqueta is good as well, which is why Paqueta should have been at Man City, but the whole betting scandal thing happened. And Bowen is on a death row contract. He signed a death row contract at 28. So he's not going.
That's my point. Then why did Bowen outperform him last year?
What do you mean? Because first of all, Bowen is their captain, and he's a better suit for his position. I think Bowen and Kudus are at a similar level. But if someone was to go and get Bowen, I think Kudus' all-round game is better than Bowen.
None of them are not deep.
But Bowen's more effective. Bowen's more effective. We have eyes, bro. Like, Bowen's more effective. If you wanted to buy Bowen tomorrow, Bowen's costing you 60 million minimum. If you wanted to get
Bowen, I'm talking Bowen over Kudus though. That's
what I'm saying. Bowen would be expensive as well. Why would Bowen not be expensive?
No, he will. He'll be expensive. But if we're talking about picking up a player from West Ham, if I looked at both of them players last year for West Ham, you're picking Bowen.
No, again, it depends what you need. Remember, Bowen is going to his Bowen is not far from his 30s. Kudus is like 23, 24, I think he is. But like Kudus has years ahead of him.
Sorry, wait, what? How old is he?
What, Kudus?
24.
Yeah,
no chance. I don't know his age in it, but no way. He's
24. This is what I said. Man, I'm just chatting shit, bro. He's 24. Like,
Corey's not laughing because Corey thinks he's older. Right? Corey thinks he's older.
Yeah, bro.
He's lying, fam. He is lying.
Probably same as Sadio Mane, but that's what I said, bro. Kudus is like this again. My opinion, a Sadio Mane before he goes to Liverpool. You know what I'm saying? In that season where you need to go, he's 24. He needs to go make that step up. He needs to go make that step up.
80 million is what? 20 mil off Rice. Wirtz, you basically paid 80 mil for Wirtz with the Konza thing. That's the same bracket you're putting Kudus in, by the way.
Yes, 100%. But at the end of the day, the market's different for different players. As I said, Kudus is going to cost extra money to go to a Premier League team because you're selling to another Premier League team. I think if Kudus was coming from a foreign league, how much did he cost? 20, 30 mil? He would have been available for a lot less if he's coming from another league. From going from one English team to another, it's gonna cost you more P's. You know what I'm saying? And remember, Bowen is someone who will also cost a lot of money. But remember, Bowen's like 28, I think, or 29. So he's not got really, you get it, he's going to his 30s now. So that's why Bowen will probably cost you 50, 60, but he's on a death row contract, so he's not going nowhere. But
I just didn't like the way last season. I just expected so much more from Kudus. I was so disappointed. I'll be real.
Yeah,
like,
but
really
the same reason that Ethan's saying is disrespectful to Solanke is the same reason he's disrespecting Kudus. One bad season is that the way we should judge, but one bad season should have been the other way when we was talking about Solanke. So what then?
Even the season before that, he had his ups and downs, like lack of.
He is a bit aggressive, you know.
That's gonna happen when you're slightly a young player and you play in like for a shit team. But the reality is, like, that's just that price tag is stiff, man. If it was like 60 M's, I'd be like, cool, fair enough. I think he can play either wings.
So what about like a player like Baleba or those type of Brighton players who we know when the teams like West Ham and Brighton and that are gonna sell substantially higher for these younger players that are coming in and looking like they're one step away from a big player transfer. These are the prices you have to pay.
No, they are.
It's more the market than him being worth 80 mil. It's the market, bro.
When I'm looking into the market that we're going into, I can't like the only one that hasn't underwhelmed me is pretty much Mbeumo and Eze. But when I'm looking at these players, I'm thinking, bro, if I'm spending 60 M's excess, they need to be better than what I've already got. Kudus is better than what I've got, but 80 M's. Man, you
went and got Solanke for 60. Kudus is better than 20 million worth of Solanke.
Yeah, that's kind of dead even.
You spent 60 M's on Richarlison, and Kudus is again 20 million better than Richarlison.
Yeah, but we know that them deals are overpriced, though.
Why are we acting like
Mbeumo as well? That's the same price as Mbeumo.
You realize a lot of these men aren't worth this type of money,
and he's more prolific.
But all right, but if Semenyo, bro, I'm saying we know that these. My point is, we know that these players again, Johnson 50 mil, Solanke 60, Richarlison 60. And man are going, oh my God, Kudus 80. This is the Premier League market. This is the Premier League.
No, it's not.
Why is it not the Premier League market?
These guys
you can go and get Mbeumo for
60 mil. They're not good deals. This is what I'm saying.
I'm saying Richarlison should never be anywhere near.
They're not listening. I'm saying they're not good deals.
To pay extra and to now pay 80, like, you know, these guys didn't even agree with the 60, 50 or how many it costs for those type of players. They didn't even didn't agree with that.
Again, Corey, how long did Mbeumo have left on his contract? Corey, how long did Mbeumo have left on his contract?
Mbeumo, I'm not sure.
Go and check. Please.
Hold on. So once you actually think Kudus is worth 80 mil?
No, I don't think he's worth 80 mil. I understand that it's over the evaluation, but I understand the price tag. I didn't say he was worth 80 million. I'm saying his release clause has always been that amount of money.
Yeah, no, that's too much.
Release clause has always been that.
Chat, how long does Mbeumo have on his contract, by the way, please?
It's one. I've just checked. 2026 was when his contract was.
So it's
one. So it's a year. That's
and
why.
And still paid 65 million.
That's too much.
That's because he's sorted after by many clubs.
No.
65 mil for a year left on your contract, man.
Year left on your contract. So as I said, it's the market, not the player. Yeah. It's the market. That's the point I'm trying to make. I personally think out of Kudus and them, man, I think Kudus is a better signing than Semenyo. I'll be honest. I think Kudus is a better signing. But it also depends who you need. Like, if Arsenal are going to go get Kudus, I kind of look at it and go, they have Saka. Same with me. But, like, if Saka was 31 and Kudus was to come in as a replacement, I don't think that's crazy. To be the success. I don't think it's crazy. But if you're paying 80 million, it is slightly overpriced. But, again, you got Semenyo going at 70 M's. Semenyo's going for 70. Eze's got Eze has a buyout clause of 68 million.
Now that's worth it. That's what you call a deal.
Is it? Because Eze's season started late this season.
Come on, man.
No. His season started late. Bro, I stream with Crystal Palace fans. His season started late, bro. His season started late.
That's their opinion. I don't agree.
That wasn't his first good season, though, because the season before he had a good season with Olise.
Yes, Kudus hasn't had only one good season, though. You know what I'm saying? This is Kudus' only season with, like, Kudus' debut season, not this season, but the season before, was brilliant. Kudus, that's the reason he got.
I wouldn't call it brilliant. I wouldn't call it brilliant.
Okay.
It was okay / good. It was calm, innit?
Brilliant.
Calm.
Brilliant.
Bro, Kudus was very good for West Ham in this first season. Remember, he's only been there for 2 years. This is his second year. His first year.
He hasn't.
You talk about all comps. Because all comps they were playing in the Europa League, he played good in the Europa League, but in the conference,
he done both. It was both. He done his thing in the Europa League as well. I didn't sing in the Europa League, but I wasn't even talking.
When I think about Kudus' first season at West Ham, the first thing I think about is that Europa League when he was moving mad and doing all them things. That's what I remember. Not in the Prem.
In his Prem, he scored his odd wonder goal. That was. I think that's.
Literally.
You don't need to score a wonder goal to have a good season.
So what made it a good season? I'm confused.
Because he was consistently one of their best players. He was scoring goals. He was getting assists.
Being West Ham's best player.
No, again. So I don't know what maybe you can't be a player's best player then, and then not.
Bro, over Paqueta and Bowen, you think he was better?
Bro, all three of them were performing at a very good level. All three of them. That's why Kudus was linked with Liverpool. Paqueta was linked with City. And Bowen, I guess no one was really into Bowen, but
he got eight goals, 6 assists that season.
Yeah, it's calm. That's what I'm saying. It's calm. It ain't nothing great. Like it's just calm.
It's more than the GA. Like in terms of his all-round game, he's one of the players that makes West Ham tick. Just like Paqueta, by the way. Just like Paqueta, which is why.
Bro, West Ham don't tick, fam. They just don't tick.
Bro, he's. As I said,
where did they finish?
I think again, you're changing the point. The point is that Kudus is gonna have an 80 million price tag, like at the end of the day, because these smaller teams, that's what they do, innit? That's what they do. I think all these players are probably worth 40s and 50 millions, most of them.
Yeah, but I'm saying 80 million, 2 years, and I think there's better opportunities in the market. Fair enough if Mbeumo has 1 or 2 years.
What you say, Casey?
But if you can go and sign up for 55 M's, that is way better deal than business than Kudus, and he improves.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Wait, hold on. Wait, Casey, how many years did he say he has on his contract?
2, basically. 1 year and then plus an extra year.
Oh, so he's got a year and 8.
He didn't activate that. He didn't activate that. He has 1 year left.
That's so he's got 1 year. Kudus has 1 year left in his contract. And man, 80 mil.
Oh, you talking about Kudus? We're talking about Mbeumo.
No, we're talking about
Mbeumo. I'm talking about Kudus has a release clause. His release clause. West Ham have a release clause.
Oh, so his set release clause is 80 mil.
Yeah, it's a release clause.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Mbeumo has 1 year. Pay that. Then. That's not how much he'll command. Then it won't be 80 mil. It'll be like
it won't be 80 mil. That's just how much. If you want to trigger the clause, then that's what they put in his thing. But my point is that none of these players are worth 80 million, 70 million. Semenyo's not worth 70 million. All the players, like these men are all worth 40s. All of them are worth. But we know again in the Premier League, that's what you're going to be paying. You know what I'm saying? Even with Mbeumo, for me, Mbeumo is worth like 50 M's. They're all worth 50 M's for me, 30, 40, 50. But we know with the Premier League, selling to a Premier League team, you're going to be paying more in it. But I do think that Semenyo improved Spurs, isn't it?
60 M's.
Yeah, but
Semenyo, I can't lie. I'm paying more than that for Mbeumo. I'll be honest.
No, even Kudus.
Because you got to look at it, yeah. Don't forget, and I'm just talking about what they're supposed to be. West Ham are supposed to be better than Brentford. I know Brentford were better last year. Overall, West Ham are meant to be better than them. They're a bigger club.
Brentford finished 16th. Brentford finished 16th this 2 seasons ago. Kiss.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. West Ham are supposed to be better than them.
No, but West Ham they're the same. Like they're like that bottom half of the Premier.
No, West Ham on conference.
Well, I think West Ham should be
meant to be a top 7. Bro, Corey, West Ham meant to be a top 7 / top 18.
Yeah.
Not no more.
Yeah,
why not?
Yeah,
them days. Yeah, them days.
It
was only 2 years ago.
That doesn't mean that they shouldn't be there.
West Ham fans will be saying, "Cool." If there was a
correlation, that correlation is too far from what you're trying to say.
No, it's not. Because I'm not even landed. I'm saying if there was a West Ham fan on this panel right now, they'd be saying, "I want top 8 next year, or we're pissed." That's what they'll be saying. That's the bro. It's West Ham. They won.
I hear it still.
Look at this.
What does that have to do with the point you're making? What does that have to do with the point you're making?
Okay, so what I'm saying is, with that, I'm saying Kudus in that team couldn't even perform in that, and then Bremo for Brentford, like you just said, they're a 16th place team. What to you? And Bremo's come in that team, scored 20 plus last year. So why is Kudus worth more than Bremo? For what?
Wait, so because historically West Ham are better than Brentford?
No, not even
historically. Historically, that's what I'm saying. No, I'm saying historically they're. I wasn't even the main factor. I'm just saying.
Then that's dead. That's air.
It's not dead because it's not. Because if you're paying for a smaller team,
certain teams, whether you're better than the team, who's better now?
If you're paying for a smaller team. If you're paying for a smaller team and paying better in a smaller team than a big team, you got to take that in.
Have a better team than Brentford. Montel, do you think West Ham have a better team than Brentford?
It's debatable. Like they're like around the same level.
I don't think that's debatable. Come on, man. I think West Ham generally have a better team than.
No, West Ham have Paqueta. They have got Paqueta.
They have better names. They're not better. They're better names.
No, but that's the point. No, they got better names. So you should be. If you've got better names in your team, you should be better.
Names doesn't mean a player. Just because you're more famous doesn't mean more.
No. We talk about the overall play. They got flipping Paqueta. Even Fulkrug was banging for Dortmund in Champions League last year. He's come in, hasn't done shit. But they've got Paqueta, Kudus, Bowen. They've got actual guys that should be up there in the rankings. Brentford ain't got shit.
You said centre backs. They just grabbed them Tolibo.
Yeah, both of you got went to him. That's what I'm saying.
100% a better team, man.
So if you got a player that pays for Brentford and is scoring 20 plus in the Prem, why are you less money than Kudus, who's done shit last year for a bigger team?
That's fine. Listen, that's fine. If you feel like that's the case, that's fine. I disagree personally. I think they're in and around the same amount of money. I don't think there's too much in between, personally. You know what I'm saying? As I said, players are going to go for more money, like Solanke did. He went for 60 million. He scored 19 goals, and it's in a Bournemouth team that wasn't good. He went for 60 million. So I understand that, to be fair. I think, as I said, Kudus, we'll see what happens if Kudus, innit? He'll probably go to Chelsea. I reckon he'll probably go Chelsea. I don't think Spurs will get him. But, I feel like...
I don't want him, bro. I know
Boy, yeah. So we'll see.
About Eze? Let's chat about Eze, bro. That's 60 M's plus apparently it's installments of like 3 installments of 20 mil in 2 years or something like that. Bro, I'll take that.
We should be. I'll take that. We should be in for Eze. Yeah. I don't know why we're not, but yeah, I feel like
that's the deal I can get behind.
That's what I'm saying. Those are the deals that you're looking at thinking, cool, it's over any day of the week, bro. It's Eze.
What did I tell you?
And he's prime years, Corey. Give it
prime years, like, come on, man. It makes sense.
It's prime years.
I'm taking over Kudus any day of the week.
Bro, it is. Go grab Eze and Semenyo. That's it. That's you.
The fucking cheek, bro. We're not Eze. I wouldn't consistently start. Let's say, for example, he went to Arsenal. Yeah, I wouldn't consistently keep him as a left winger for the whole season. That's unreliable, innit?
He can drift into the 10. Norgaard's doing his dumb shit.
I think Eze ghosts in games. He has large moments, so he'd have to be in a position where he's thriving all the time. And I think they have someone who's already played in that position. Eze plays left wing. It's because he probably has to play left wing. You want to get the best out of Eze, I think, in that inside, behind the striker.
I can't lie. Think about this, yeah? Think about this, E. So you start Eze, on the left, you start Maddison in the 10, and you know how Maddison comes off 60 minutes, innit? Then you put Eze into the cam. Yeah, then you put Eze into the cam, and then you put on the left winger. Bro, Ethan, tell me I'm lying.
Corey,
tell me I'm lying. Go on.
Bro, thanks for the advice. I'll take that on board. But bro, I don't need to be like don't get me wrong. In that department, we are kind of short slightly because if it's not Kulu or Madders or Bergval, they're not like. In fact, Madders is probably the only out and out 10 there in that position. Other than that, there's no one enough that's creative enough. So I think Eze's a good backup / option there, 100%.
So hold on a sec. So you think Eze? Because from what you just said there, to me it sounds like you don't even start him.
No, he'll start, bro. But it's not like if Maddison gets injured, that means I have to play Eze left.
Hot take. I think
not have to play. Eze's better than Maddison. Eze's better than Maddison.
This is what I'm saying. Just listen to what I said. You think I'm
me. That's me. I'm not all that. I'm not all too sure about that.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a crazy gap.
Yeah, no, it's not by a lot. It's not by a distance. I just think Eze's better.
How about this? I don't even outside of Eze's cup competition stuff. I don't think Eze was even better than Maddison this season in the Premier League. I don't think there was much of a difference.
What? Maddison?
Yeah, I hear that.
Maddison slept on a lot last season.
Montel, as you know, Maddison only played 60 minutes.
Yeah, again, it's the magnifying glass thing, isn't it? Madison was better than what people gave him credit for last season.
Madison's bro.
No magnifying glass.
No, Corey, he'll get exposed. Don't worry, Corey. We'll wait for Champions League. We're waiting for Champions League. Madison will get exposed in Champions League.
I just see in the chat they're saying I'm doing up FIFA career mode scenarios. That's just killed me as well. Brother, go. I feel like I know.
Eze's as hit and miss. Eze's as hit and miss as Madison.
Bro, no way, man. No way. Come on, Monts.
As I said, Eze's season started. Eze's season actually started in February, but man, acting like he been doing it.
Not that
late. Months in February. What the month? You're chatting now. Mum's life. You're chatting, man.
You said Mum's life. I'm chatting, bro. Go look at it. I don't even want to go because you lot love to use your GA as your backup, man. Didn't Maddison get more GA?
No, I don't know. I don't use GA. I don't use GA.
That was used with Kudos. That was used with Kudos.
No, that's what Casey used. I'm not Casey.
That was
look at what Eze. Look what Eze used. Sorry, look what Eze done last season for Palace. Forget the GA. This guy was performing every single game. When he need to get a goal, pass to Eze, they get a goal.
Yeah.
Eze will take.
Not hard to make. Yeah.
Bro, come on, man. That Maddison's okay in it. He's okay.
Look. Chat. I know. Man is saying I'm capping, bro. Eze season started in February. Like, it's
wait,
like, go ask the Crystal Palace fans. Go ask Crystal Palace fans. Go ask them.
Bro,
I would ask them.
Bro, they have an opinion. I watch Palace, bro. I've been watching Palace last year.
So did I? Bro, week out. I'll tell you that.
I think he was.
I think there was a period where he did get like warmer. Like he got warmer for sure.
Bro, Eze, for me, his season started in February and he bombed on, and credit to him. You know what I'm saying? Credit to him. But as I said, flavor of the and I like Eze as a player, but I'm not gonna say something he wasn't doing, and he wasn't lighting up the season.
If Eze started in March, if Eze started in March, when did Maddison start?
Where was Palace with your eyes closed? Wait, that is.
Bro, Eze, listen, man. Wait, hold on a sec. Sky, you were the same one that says the season started in March. Where are you getting that from? Where did it start in March?
I said February. I said February.
No, Sky, no, but Sky say in March.
I didn't say March. I said February.
No, Sky said it. Sky said March, but I need to understand where. I need to understand where you got that from, because when I look at Eze, it definitely didn't start in March. I'm not gonna sit here and say he started around August, September, and maybe around November-ish, December-ish, I'd say. That's when it started. Cause bro, we can agree to this. That's fine, but I just feel like for me, if you're calling Eze worse than Maddison, then what we doing? Because it's like when did Maddison?
I didn't say it's way worse than Maddison. I just said Maddison and Eze have similar inconsistencies.
No. You said Maddison's been better than Eze last year, and he's
I said outside of his cup campaign, I believe Maddison was slightly better than Eze. But Maddison doesn't have the same PR as Eze, because Eze went hold on. Maddison doesn't have the same amount of PR as Eze, because Eze won the cup. Obviously, in terms of all competitions, Eze had a better season because he won the cup for Palace. And he turned up for Palace. 17. I was just talking about the league. In the league, Eze was very inconsistent at times. Very inconsistent. And
so what was Maddison?
From February.
So okay, that's fine. So what was Maddison?
I like this.
That's what I want to know, Corey. What was Maddison?
Maddison had his burst, bro. 100%.
Yeah, like Maddison like this. It's literally
because apart from the goal against Corey, Apart from the goal against United,
that's the kids. By the way, I'm not saying because do you know what it is? I know you're looking at it weird because you don't rate Maddison. So, but
no, I rate. No, I think Maddison
against City, Madison
decent.
I rate
Ethan.
That was all within like a 4-week span.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No,
it was because Man City and Man United, they were like Man City and Man United were like 2 weeks difference.
Yeah, bro, he did that as well. Bro, he had 2 legs, both things.
Bro, that was Madison's highlights of the season, bro. The 2 goals against City, the 2 goals against City, the goal against Corey, and the goal against Mons. That was it. No, he didn't do anything else.
Even so, I rate Maddison in it. So obviously, so for me to have Eze and Maddison on the same level, I rate Eze in it. But I just think this Eze thing is they're going too far with it. His season started in February. Big up, and now it's led to he'll probably get a move. I don't think Maddison and Eze are too far apart for me. You don't have to agree with me on that one.
I agree. I think they're the same level. But what I'm trying to say is that, like, you can have Eze on the left and Maddison the 10, but you since we're speaking facts, Maddison only plays 60 minutes.
Corey,
that's a fact.
Thank you for your input.
You always get subbed off. So once Maddison gets subbed off, you can put Eze in the 10 for the last half an hour.
Corey, thank you.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I appreciate.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's a good move.
Shout out Ennis. He says one thing we can agree on is that both Maddison and Eze were better.
Right, cool.
Is Luke Shaw real? Is he still alive? Is he real? Cheap. Luke Shaw.
Are you saying certified? You don't rate Madders?
What are you about Luke Shaw for?
Maddison's this guy's the most overrated baller you will see, man. I promise you.
This used to be your favorite player.
Yeah, for Leicester when the bar is below low.
Why do you take what he's saying? He was doing this in January.
No.
He was doing this in January, and now he look at his opinion on your
bro.
Can't take that, brother.
Man is twisting everything that's been happening.
I swear down, if I went on Twitter right now and went into my messages, I swear down I'd see the matching from kids about Gokares.
I can say, mother, you wouldn't. Go look now. You wouldn't see a single thing.
I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna go back on
it. Go look. It's there.
Shout out Danny for Tottenham's captain savior. Listen, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. The last quick thing I wanted to quickly discuss as well is that obviously Guehi is in a situation where he might see out his contract. But Crystal Palace want to get a fee for him, which is obviously they hold him at 60 million, but Liverpool are only willing to pay 30 million. But Palace want a price in it. Liverpool are saying, well, he's got 1 year left on his contract. Why are we paying 60 million? We want 30. We'll give you 30. Palace probably going to reject that. But yeah. I think they're in a bit of a weird position with Guehi just because I think Ethan mentioned it. They're in a bit of a weird position, innit? So we'll have to see what happens with Marc Guehi. Obviously, I know Ethan, you lot will look to him for 60 million. Newcastle wanted him for 60 million, but that's when he had 2 years left, or a year and a half or something like that. The year and a half left, I think it was. He had decent time left.
I've always said this, innit? I think he's cold. I think if Romero was to leave, I think he'd be the perfect replacement. And I think for you, I think it'd start for you, man, bro. I think he's better than Konate.
He plays on the left side, though. He plays on the left side.
Yeah, he does.
So he wouldn't. He'd have to play over Van Dijk, which wouldn't happen.
Wait, does he play on the left for England? I think he plays on the right.
He plays on the left. He plays on the left still.
You're right.
Wait, you think he's better than Konate?
I think Guehi's right-footed. Is he right-footed though, Guehi?
Yeah, he's right-footed. Yeah.
Yeah. So he plays on the left side as a right-footed centre back, like what Van Dijk does. But yeah, so I still think they wouldn't mind playing him on the right side because he's right-footed.
I do rate Guehi. I do rate him still.
He's decent, isn't it? But for 30 million, but for 30 million, I don't think Crystal Palace will accept it, innit?
Yeah, no, me too. 30 goals.
Corey's gonna kill.
He's a top asset. He's a top asset still.
You know what I'm saying? So
Kids, you actually kill me, fam. I'm so
Bro,
sorry.
Corey, just allow it, bro.
You
Please.
kill me, fam.
I won't check to it.
That is the best one.
But no, bro, I'll be honest, man.
Oh, sugar, fam. Oh my days. Moto, do you see what
Oh
you
my
said?
god. Yeah, I see it.
That's killed
Right.
me.
I see it, bro. Not even 2 years ago, bro. Not even 2 years ago.
All right, should have deleted them
Not
tweets.
Not even 2 years ago.
Should have deleted them tweets. Oh, I said it.
Wait.
Oh,
Listen,
my
you lot,
days.
we're gonna redirect to never a foul in it. We're gonna leave it there.
Wait, E, did you send it?
Oh yeah, I said it.
We're gonna leave it there.
I think I should expose this one.
You are a creep, fam. You are a creep.
It's probably a big
That's
screen.
what I'm saying, DI, fam.
It's probably a big screen. So this is Kiz's Twitter. If anyone wants to go follow up his thing, yeah. Big up K, man. He said, "I'm so pissed. Madders plays for the ops,
Brother.
yeah.
That's
2023."
okay. So hold on. So wait. So Ethan, so hold on a sec. So is that me? Did I say Madison's shit? Did I say what are we doing?
My problem I have with you is this used to be your favorite player, and now you're saying, "Oh, Madders." What do you say? Madders is. What did you just say?
I think he's overrated as of now.
Yes,
that was 20. When was that? 2 years ago. That was 2 years ago. So what we doing?
Not a lot changes in 2 years, bro.
No, but it has though. Because go look what Madison has been doing since then. It's been shit. This is why.
I can't lie. Kids does say, "Come back to me in 2 years."
Bro, Corey, the evidence is there. Bro, in 2023, he was doing okay.
2 years in the future based analysis.
Yeah, we're not doing all that.
2 years in the future.
Bro, man, just change up anything when it comes to me. I hear it.
No, tell me Henderson's shit, and then when he's washed, tell me I told you so.
Corey, this is it. Corey, how convenient it is. Man was saying I was pissed. He's pissed that he plays for the ops, bro. And now he's dead and that.
No, you're saying suddenly. Suddenly is not 2 years. So that's not suddenly.
Have you had a favorite player before? Once you had Neymar and that, Suarez, whatever. Corey, you had Rooney.
Thiago, bro.
You don't lose love for these players. Do you get it? You follow them wherever they go. Imagine your favorite player going to your direct rivals. It's dark.
Bro, Maddison was my favorite player at Leicester. He went to the ops. He performing shit. It is what it is, isn't it? Like that's what I can say.
Okay, you don't rate him no more.
No, I said it, bro. He's okay. He's good. I rate him. He's a good big builder.
Nothing wrong with Eze either. I just say the season started late. That's fine. Nothing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Listen, you lot, we're gonna go over to Never a Foul. Yeah, man. Interesting stream. We'll see you guys in the next one, innit? You lot like and subscribe. Big up everyone who's sending their super chats. And BSB Chaos once again, man. Once again. We'll see you guys soon, man. Big up.